Check 1, 2. Am I on? Let's see. Yeah, I seem to be live. Good evening, everyone, or afternoon, morning, night, wherever you may be, and whenever you may be watching this, because the archive does stay on for a bit. I'll turn off the reverb while I'm talking. It has been quite a while since I've done one of these. Far, far, far too long. I have missed you all so much. Some folks are having trouble connecting, it seems. Let me just see if I can work this out. So I'm back here after a long time, and I'm also using some new sound equipment here tonight, and I'll talk a little bit about that later because I got a couple of surprises in store. But do please feel free to let me know in the chat or by messages or whatever if there's any issues with the sound levels or something. I'm doing my best to manage it all from here, but I can't hear exactly what it's going to sound like out there. So feel free to let me know. Thank you all for being here, for watching, whenever or wherever you are watching. My name's Seth Campbell, or Segway Plays, or Segway, depending on where you know me from. And, I've started doing this stuff since the pandemic began, and I just missed playing for people too much, so decided to figure out how I could do it from right here in my home studio, and I'm so glad I can, and I'm so glad you're here to join me, and we're just going to have a lot of fun, play a lot of songs. If you got any requests, please don't be shy. Let me know what you want to hear. If you have a Twitch account, you can leave it in the chat, and I will see it. I've got my iPad here. Or there's also a link to the My Song List app, which is a little bit harder to navigate for me, but I will still see it. You can look at the link down below the video. There's a document with all the songs I know how to play, so you can look through that. Anything you see on there, I will be thrilled to play for you. If you have my number, you can send me a text. Basically, however you can get a hold of me, just let me know what songs you want to hear, and I will play them for you. Let's say we get started, huh? Come on, you'll come with me. Let's go looking for a Christmas tree. Across the river and through the woods. Got my axe and it works real good. Yeah, real good. Such a strong boy, a good hiker too. 8 years old, could arm wrestle you. Fast as a horse and slick as a snake. We'll make it snappy, won't be late. Dimming light on frozen ground, I lay so helpless, no one else in sight. I'm so scared, I just won't last much longer. Yeah, lost in the snow, lost in the snow. Lost in the snow, whoa, 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 whoa. Lost in the snow, don't know where to go. Don't know how to cook or how to sew. Maybe I'll make friends with the deer, who knows? They got problems too with this snow. In the dimming light, on frozen ground, I lay so helpless, no one else in sight. I'm so sure I just won't last much longer. Lost in the snow, don't know where to go, don't know how to cook or how to sew. Maybe I'll make friends with the deer, who knows, they got problems too with this snow. Got separated, don't know how. They went straight and I went around. Thought we'd meet up by that ravine, hoping this is where I was last seen. That's one of the new tricks I mentioned. Lost in the snow, lost in the snow. Can't find you, can't feel. Give your own a strong love, compliments and great big hugs. Some things are always so hard to say, pride and ego get in the way. Slogging through the snow waist deep, digging, reaching, looking for me. Just a little boy lost in the woods, you see. Wish my mama would come find me. Thank you very much. Let me just adjust some of the setup here. Check, check, reverb test. Check, reverb test. Foot switches on this new thing I'm using are so much smaller than the one I used to use. And I'm realizing I probably should have worn shoes if I was going to do this. But yeah, I am the proud new owner of a Voice Live Extreme 3, which is a vocal and guitar effects box. And that's where the harmonies came from in that last chorus. There was a song called Lost in the Snow by Bruce Hornsby. It's, I guess, holiday themed, although it's a bit darker than most of your traditional holiday songs. I thought to play that because I got a text from my sister the other day. She works in a mall, and said there was a song on the Christmas song on the mall that sounded like someone trying to be Bruce Hornsby. So I Shazammed it, and turned out it was just Bruce Hornsby, and it was that song. So. Let's see. I've got a lot of songs that I'm thinking of playing, but also want to play requests. If you got songs you want to hear, please do not be shy. Let me know. You can leave a comment in the chat, send me a text, use the My Song List app. Also, link down below. There's a full repertoire list. I will get your messages, and if the song is one I know, I will play it for you. I'm going to try one I haven't done in a while here. Hang on, I just figured out what's going wrong with the sustain pedal, finally. Hang on. Let's get all the tech problems out of the way right now, and then we'll be good to go for the rest of the night. Toothbrush, some toothpaste, flannel for my face, pajamas, a hairbrush, new shoes and a case. I said to my reflection, let's get out of this place. Past the churchyard, steeple, laundry on the hill, up the buildings, memories of it still keep calling and calling. How I wish that it would stop. Tempted by the fruit of another, tempted, but the truth is discovered. What's been going on now that you have gone? There's no other. Tempted by the fruit of another, tempted, but the truth is discovered. I'm at the car park, the airport, the baggage carousel. The people keep on crowding, ain't wishing I was well. I said it's no occasion, there's no story I could tell. That empty pocket, foot without a sock, body gets much closer, I fumble for the clock, alarmed by the seduction. How I wish that it would stop. Tempted by the fruit of another, tempted, but the truth is discovered. What's been going on? Now that you are gone, there's no other. Tempted by the fruit of another. Tempted, but the truth is discovered. I bought a novel, some perfume, a fortune all for you. But it's not in my conscience. It hates to be untrue. I said to my reflection, well, what is there to do? Tempted by the fruit of another. Tempted, but the truth is discovered. What's been going on? Now that you have gone, there's no other. Tempted by the fruit of another. Tempted, but the truth is discovered. Whoa. Tempted by the fruit of another. Tempted, but the truth is discovered. What's been going on? Now that you have gone, there's no other. Tempted by the fruit of another. Tempted, but the truth is discovered. No classic there. Tempted by Squeeze. That's the way one of my Berkeley ensembles played it. Let's see. What other songs was I thinking could be fun to do here? I know. Something a little gentler, maybe. This is a song that is very special to me for a lot of reasons, but mainly because back in 2016 I went to show at the I don't even know what they call it now. Is it the Bank North Pavilion, the outdoor venue on the water here in Boston? If you're in the area, I'm sure you know the place I mean. But it was a double bill show with Sarah McLachlan and Josh Groban. And then Foy Vance is the opening act, who also is an incredible artist that I discovered at that show. And I went with my dear, dear friend Leahy, who's the world's biggest Sarah McLachlan fan. And as a matter of fact, Leahy and I became a couple shortly after that show. We were together for a couple of years. We're still very, very, very dear friends. And while we were a couple, in fact, we won a raffle to go meet Sarah McLachlan and play music with her in her home studio in Vancouver, which was just a surreal experience and absolutely wonderful. And she is one of the nicest people I have ever met. But when we saw her that night in 2016, she debuted a song. I don't know if it was the single first time she'd ever played it, but it was brand new for this series of shows. And she released the official recording of it a couple months later, and I think it's probably my favorite Sarah McLachlan song of her entire catalog. And so I want to play my humble arrangement of that song for you now. This is a song called The Long Goodbye. Catch a star as it falls and hold it in your hand. Feel the heat, still it burns, searing embers of our glorious sun. But oh, this is painful, this endless aching need. The very thing I long for is what brings me to my knees. You walked into my world, won me over, caught me so off guard. But I gave in to the wonder, to the poetry of our soul set fire. No, it was beautiful, our tender hearts entwined, and I thought we could conquer any mountain we would climb. But I'm waiting on the light to ease the fury of this one desire. I'm trying to be patient, to keep my head up high. I'm trying to find the wisdom in this long goodbye. Stop the world, stop the noise, I've heard enough, my head is spinning round. Give me more than words to feed me, truth I can believe in, give me solid ground. But all our days are measured in fraying threads of gold. Every day unravel till there's nothing left to hold. But I'm still waiting on the night to ease the fury of this losing fight. I'm trying to forgive you, I'm trying to stay high, I'm trying to find the wisdom in this long goodbye. Gave my love, I gave it all, but thing. Can't love someone out of their fate. Can't change a head and heart so out of sync. But oh, I am grateful. This will not bring me down. 'Cause the tides are always gonna turn. Come on back around. Oh, I love that song so much. Like I said, it's called The Long Goodbye. You can actually find an instrumental cover that Leahy and I did of it together here in this very studio many, many years ago. Me on piano, her on cello. It's on her channel. You can find it. Leahy Arden, that's Leahyardon. Long Goodbye. It's a project we put a lot of heart into and are very proud of. So for anyone who may just be getting here, my name's Seth Campbell, or Segway, or Segway Plays, depending on where you know me from. And this is what I do for a living. I play music, and I make music, and I listen to music, and I write about music, and I transcribe music, and just about anything else you can think of if it's music related. If you got any requests, any songs you'd like to hear, please feel free to let me know. Don't be shy. Leave a comment in the chat. Use the My Song List app. Send me a text if you have the number. Let's see, we got anything? Otherwise, I'm just going to keep playing the songs that are in my head at the moment, and we'll see where that leads us. But if there's something you want to hear, I would absolutely love to play it for you. Actually, I want to put this new Voice Live box through its paces. I have my keyboard running through it, so it's receiving the MIDI information. So, assuming it works right, I should be able to do this.
No, not that one. Oh my god.
That was the best way that could have gone wrong. This dial is too sensitive. I hit that with my feet. I gotta figure this out. This is my first day using this for a performance. This is what I was trying to do. Dreaming of Mercy Street, where you're inside out, looking for mercy in your daddy's arms again, dreaming of Mercy Street. I swear they'd move that sign, looking for mercy in your daddy's arms. dream in somebody's head. She pictures the broken glass, pictures the steam, pictures the soul with no leak at the seam. Let's take the boat out, wait until darkness. Let's take the boat out, wait until darkness comes. Pulling out the papers from drawers that slide smooth, tugging at the darkness, word upon word, confessing all the secret things in the warm velvet box. To the priest, he's the doctor, he can handle the shocks. Dreaming of the tenderness, the tremble in the hips, of kissing Mary's lips. Dreaming of Mercy Street, where you're inside out, looking for mercy in your daddy's arms again. Dreaming of Mercy Street. I swear they move that sign, looking for mercy in your daddy's arms. Nowhere in the corridors, a pale green and gray. Nowhere in the suburbs, in the cold light of day. There in the midst of it, so alive and alone, where words support like bone. Dreaming of Mercy Street, where you're inside out, looking for mercy in your daddy's arms again. Dreaming of Mercy Street. I swear they move that sign, looking for mercy in your daddy's arms. Mercy. Mercy. Looking for mercy. Looking for mercy. Looking for mercy. Mercy. Looking for mercy. Looking for mercy. Mercy. Looking for mercy. And with the Father is out in the boat, riding the water, riding the waves on the sea. Pretty cool, huh? Still figuring out how to use this thing, and it'll get smoother as time goes by. But I actually want to give a shout out to a man by the name of Greg Chun. He's an incredible voice actor, screen actor, composer, musician, performer. He actually does things very similar to this, except a little more impressive because he's a full-time professional. But an incredibly nice man, and I have watched his streams where he does piano bars like this, and I was wondering how he was doing harmony effects, and I asked, and he said, "Oh, it's a Voice Live 3 Extreme. It's the coolest thing ever. If you do these kind of streams," because I mentioned that it is like you've got to get one of these if you can, and luckily I did, and I'm particularly pleased I chose that song because I know that Greg is also a big Peter Gabriel fan, and he plays that song as well, and he plays it beautifully. It's called Mercy Street. I'd like to change gears again for a moment. Thank you very much. I got some friends and family watching. I always appreciate so much people take time out of their days, and I know this is kind of an unusual day. I was kind of trying to pick a day where people wouldn't be too busy, but also wouldn't be so free that they already had other plans. I'm still trying to figure out what the best days are to do this, the days and times. But one of the people that I talked to in advance about this show, and I talked to some friends and family and say, hey, if there are any songs you'd like to hear, I'd be very happy to play them for you. And so I don't know if he has managed to tune in, but one of the people who said they were certainly going to try is a man by the name of Dr. David Walton, who is one of the country's most brilliant eye surgeons and eye doctors, and I have been seeing him in every sense of the word. I've been seeing him quite literally since the very first days, weeks, and months of my life, because for those of you who don't know, I've got many eye problems. I was born with the primary one being congenital glaucoma, and I had to have several surgeries when I was in infancy, and that's the only reason I can see anything at all, and he was the one who performed those surgeries that were fairly new at the time, if I'm not mistaken. So had I been born a few years earlier, I wouldn't have sight at all, so I am eternally grateful to Dr. David Walton and the whole crew at Mass Eye and Ear that he was a part of. And like I said, it's the only reason I have any sight. So I was every time I go in, I still go in every few months, just to make sure, because my eyes are very unusual, that they're working as well as they can, and we talk about music and songs he likes and artists he likes, and we sort of exchange ideas. And recently we were talking, and he mentioned an artist that I happen to really like, and a song by that artist that I happen to really like. And that artist would be Garth Brooks. Now, a lot of people, when they hear country music just as a genre, they kind of roll their eyes and dismiss it, and I get why, because you listen to like the top 10 pop country radio you hear these days, and it's kind of ridiculous in some ways, lyrically especially. It's not particularly inspired. But that being said, country music as a genre, if you can find them, will have some of the best songwriters ever. The way the lyrics and melody are crafted together and the stories are told, if you can find the good ones, they're some of the best. And Garth Brooks is one of the best of the best. And this is a song of his that I've loved for a long time. And I recently learned is Dr. David Walton's favorite. So I'm going to play it for you now. It's called The Thunder Rolls. "3:30 in the morning, not a soul in sight. City's looking like a ghost town on a moonlit summer night. Rain raindrops on the windshield. There's a storm moving in. He's coming back from somewhere he never should have been. And the thunder rolls. And the thunder rolls. Every light is burning in a house across town. She's waiting by the telephone in a faded flannel gown, asking for a miracle, hoping she's not right, hoping it's the weather that's kept him out all night. And the thunder rolls. And the thunder rolls. The thunder rolls and the lightning strikes. Another love grows cold on a sleepless night as the storm rolls on out of control. Deep in her heart, the thunder rolls. Standing by the window when he pulls into the drive, she rushes out to hold him, thankful he's alive. But on the wind and the rain, a strange new perfume blows. Lightning flashes in her eyes, he knows that she knows. And the thunder rolls. And the thunder rolls. Thunder rolls and the lightning strikes. Another love grows cold on a sleepless night as the storm rolls on out of control. Deep in her heart, thunder rolls. Back down the hallway, through the bedroom door, reaches for the pistol kept in the dresser drawer. She tells the woman in the mirror he won't do this again. Tonight's gonna be the last time she'll wonder where he's been. And the thunder rolls. And the thunder rolls. Thunder rolls and the lightning strikes. Another love grows cold on a sleepless night as the storm blows on out of control. Deep in her heart, the thunder rolls. Thunder rolls. See what I mean? Isn't that just like the way the lyrics and the music, the you know, much like the rolling, like it really illustrates the rolling of the thunder, both literally and metaphorically, and the emotions of the characters and the scenery. Oh, it's so good. I love that song. Let's see what else we got on the. Oh, I know. So, you know, I'm very much a fan of classic rock and, you know, old school music, dad rock as it is referred to kind of derisively these days, and I think that's not necessarily fair, but it is from generations past. I can't deny that. And one of the consequences of that, you know, me being into that particular era of music is that as the years go by, it's not uncommon for us to lose an artist that has been hugely influential to me and a big part of my musical journey. And that happened again recently when the wonderful Christine McVie passed away at age 79. The keyboardist, songwriter, singer, performer extraordinaire of Fleetwood Mac, who joined the band in their early British blues days when their founder, Peter Green, kind of had a bit of a breakdown and left the band. She stepped in to fill the void that his incredible guitar playing left, and never looked back. And she wrote so many of the hits and you know, sang so many of the incredible harmony parts and has, you know, those blues-inspired piano lines. And, you know, she was a huge part of what made Fleetwood Mac the success that they were in many different iterations. And I was so incredibly lucky because she took a hiatus from the band for, I believe, 16 years because her fear of flying had become so extreme that she couldn't tour anymore. And so she was, for all intents and purposes, retired. And then she rejoined the band in 2014 to the surprise of absolutely everybody, including the other band members who had said previously that as much as they wanted her back, they figured there was a greater chance of a comet hitting the Earth. But I was so lucky to see them when she had returned to the fold in the Boston, the TD Garden in 2014. And this was the second song they played and her first vocal song of the night. And the instant she sang the first note, I tell you, the eruption of joy in that arena that, you know, that band who have been through so many trials and tribulations and incarnations, the fact that even if it was only temporary, and it turned out it was because, you know, Lindsey Buckingham left again and, you know, all of that. But for that moment, she was back and everything was as it should be. And so this is that song, that the first one that she sang that night. It's called You Make Loving Fun. Sweet, wonderful you. You make me happy with the things you do. Whoa, can it be so? The feeling follows me wherever I go. Never did believe in miracles, but I have a feeling it's time to try. I never did believe in the ways of magic, but I'm beginning to wonder why. Did believe in miracles, but I have a feeling it's time to try. did believe in the ways of magic, but I'm beginning to wonder why. Don't break the spell. We'll be different and you know it well. You make loving fun. And I don't have to tell you, but you're the only one. You make loving fun. That's all I wanna do. You make loving fun. You make loving fun. You make loving fun. That's all I wanna do. Rest in peace, Christine McVie. Thank you for everything. If you know the history of the band, that was from the album Rumors, where Christine McVie and John McVie, the bass player, were going through a bitter divorce, and Lindsey Buckingham, the guitarist, and Stevie Nicks, the singer, were also going through a very ugly breakup, and they wrote a whole bunch of songs about each other, and that song, let me put it this way, was not about her soon-to-be ex-husband. And yet he still played on it. And they played it every night. You know, there's dysfunctional and then there's Fleetwood Mac dysfunctional, and yet somehow they gave us some of the most incredible music that classic rock has ever had. So sometimes pain works, huh? See, I'm going to switch to guitar. I swear I tuned before we started, but this thing just does not like to cooperate. As I said, please feel totally free to submit your requests. Don't be shy. I'd love to play what you want to hear. There's a link down below the video that has my entire repertoire listed on it. You can look through that, pick out anything you see. Trying to make sure the balance on the guitar sounds good. Give me just a second. to do a song by another of my favorite artists, a man by the name of Glen Hansard, an Irish singer-songwriter, frontman of a very successful band called The Frames, who then went on a solo career that was, I don't think he had any idea it was going to be like eclipse The Frames in the way it has, but he had a bit of a hit with an indie movie called Once that you might have heard of. He co-starred in that with Marketa Erglova, another singer-songwriter, and they wrote all the songs in that movie, and it was an enormous hit, bigger than they ever anticipated it could be. And so that sort of revitalized him as a solo artist and as a duet with Marketa. And I'm happy to say I've seen him on his solo tours and on a reunion tour with Marketa Erglova just this past year, which was truly incredible. But this is a song that he wrote based on stories he heard from people who used to stay at his house. His father was a very generous man who had the nickname Jesus Christ at the pub because he would pay for a round of drinks for everybody. And in Dublin, that's a pretty big deal to do. But he had a big heart and would always... if there was some poor soul who had nowhere to go, had gotten kicked out of, his building or whatever, he'd bring him home. And so, Glenn and his siblings and his mother, would be waiting, and they'd make up the guest rooms, and his dad would come in and say, hey, this is Seamus and this is Fergus. They're going to be staying here a couple of weeks until they can, get their life back together. And so these guys would tell stories of, traveling the world, or being in the military, and being soldiers, and so there would always just be these incredible collection of stories around the Hansard dinner table. And these men very affectionately became known in the Hansard family as their drunkles. And so this is a song inspired by the stories of the drunkles. It's called "Lowly Deserter." And for some reason, I haven't been able to get this out of my head this week. Something about a senator from Arizona. Something in the back of my mind, made me think of a song called "Lowly Deserter." I can't quite put my finger on it. Lowly deserter, sing that old song, and sing a new one for the man still in battle, far from heaven. Raise your voice up and sing to them. Lonely, lonely, it must be lonesome. Take a hard look at yourself and your brother still in battle. Sing his praises, or don't sing again. And when that feeling comes to find you, don't deny you ever ran. When that question comes to take you walking the streets of hell. La la da da, 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 la la da da. Feeling comes to find you, don't deny you ever ran. When that feeling comes to take you walking the streets of hell. Lonely, lonely, lonely deserter, take a hard look at yourself and your sisters still in battle. their praises. Don't sing again. I just want to double check that I have the verses for this next song in the right order, and you'll see why as soon as I really get into it. I want to do a song for you. I still remember the day this first came up on Pandora Radio. My dad and I were driving home, and we absolutely lost ourselves cracking up to the lyrics of this song. I'm going to do a Bob Dylan song for you. This is a song, Bob Dylan, he released a song at one point, I can't remember what album it was on, called Bob Dylan's Dream. And it was a really, a very folky, thoughtful, deep song with a lot of, philosophical imagery and deep meaning to it. And then a few albums later, he released a song on the album Bringing It All Back Home, a song called Bob Dylan's 115th Dream. I don't know exactly what happened in the intervening 113 dreams, but something went way off the rails. Anyway, this is Bob Dylan's 115th Dream. See if you can keep up with this. Well, I was riding on the Mayflower and I thought I spotted some land. I yelled for Captain Arab, I'll have you understand. Who came running to the deck, he said, boys, forget the whale. We're headed over yonder, cut the engines, trim the sails. On a haul on the bowline, we sang this melody like all tough sailors do when we're far away at sea. Well, I think I'll call it America, I said as we hit land. I took a deep breath, I fell down, I could not stand. And then Captain Arab, he started writing up some deeds. He said, let's build a fort and start buying the place with beads. But then a cop comes down the street crazy as a loon and throws us all in jail for carrying harpoons. Well, me, I busted out, don't even ask me how. I went to get some help, I walked by a Guernsey cow who directed me down to the Bowery slums, where people carried signs around saying ban the bums. I jumped right in line, said I hope that I'm not late, when I realized I hadn't eaten for 5 days straight. To a restaurant looking for the cook. I told them I was the editor of a famous etiquette book. The waitress, he was handsome, he wore a powder blue cape. I ordered some Suzette, I said, could you please make that crepe? But then the whole kitchen exploded from boiling fat, and food was flying everywhere. I left without my hat. Well, I didn't mean to be nosy, but I went into a bank. I asked them for some bail to help my friends out in the tank. They asked me for some collateral, so I pulled down my pants. They threw me in the alley when up comes this girl from France. She invited me to her house. I went, but she had a friend who knocked me out and robbed my boots, and I was on the street again. I wrapped upon a house with a U.S. flag upon display. And I asked him for some help for my friends out down the way. He said, get out of here, I will tear you limb from limb. I said, you know they refused Jesus too. He said, well, you're not him. Now get out of here, I'm gonna break your bones, I ain't your pop. So I decided to have him arrested, and I went looking for a cop. I went into the street and I got into a cab, snuck out the other door. This Englishman said fab when he saw me leap a hot dog stand with a chariot that stood outside of a building advertising brotherhood. I ran right in the front door like a hobo sailor does, but it was just a funeral parlor and the guy asked me who I was. I repeated that my friends were all in jail with a sigh. He gave me his card, said call me if they die. I thanked him and I turned away, walked back to the street when a bowling ball came rolling down and knocked me off my feet. The payphone, it was ringing and it almost blew my mind. When I picked it up and said hello, a foot came through the line. Well, by this time I was getting pretty I was getting fed up at trying to make a stab at getting bail for the boys and Captain Arab. I decided to flip a coin, marked either heads or tails, see if I should go back to the ship or back to jail. So I hocked my sailor suit and I got a coin to flip. Came up tails, rhymes with sails, so I went back to the ship. Got back and tore the parking ticket off the mast. I was ripping it to shreds when this Coast Guard boat went past. They asked me what my name was. I said Captain Kidd. They believed me, but they wanted to know just exactly what I did. I told them for the Pope of Uruk I was employed, and they let me go right away, as they were very paranoid. Now the last I heard of Arab, he was stuck on a whale who was married to the deputy sheriff of the jail. But the funniest thing was, as I was leaving the bay, I saw 3 ships a-sailing. They were all heading my way. I asked the captain what his name was and why he didn't drive a truck. He said his name was Columbus. I said, yeah, good luck. Hey, my friend Zara's here. Nice to see you. You're absolutely not too late. Plenty of time. That was certainly an odd song to come in on. Oh, this is a good one. This is a good one. So I talk about how I like a lot of classic songs, and it doesn't get much more classic than this. A song by a band called The Animals. Song about a little place that you might have heard of, called the House of the Rising Sun. in New Orleans. They call the rising sun. It's been the ruin of many a poor boy, and God, I know I'm one. My mother was a tailor, and she sold my new blue jeans. My father was a gambling man down in New Orleans. Thing that a gambler needs is a suitcase and a trunk, and the only time he's satisfied is when he's on a drunk. Now, mothers, tell your children not to do what I have done. Lead a life of sin and misery in that house of the rising sun. Tell your children not to do what I have done. Lead a life of sin and misery in that house of the rising sun. Of the rising sun, in that house of the rising sun, in that house of the rising sun. Oh, that is always such a fun song to play. Oh, thank you so much, Zara. I'm so glad you like it. Let's see. Some other songs I was thinking doing tonight. Have anyone else got any requests or any more songs you'd like to hear? Please don't be shy. Let me know. Delighted to play whatever folks want to hear. That's what makes these shows so unique and always different. Let's see. I got an idea. 1 year ago today,
I find. Why does it keep going to the.
This wheel is too close to the foot switch, and it keeps switching presets. Like I said, first day using this new voice box, so I got to figure it out. 1 year ago today, I finally got to see one of the artists that I love the most and had never had a chance to see live, and I thought I'd missed my opportunity. And I've been very cautious during the pandemic. I haven't really gone out to many big concerts or big events. But there were certain things that I was willing to take calculated risks for, and one of those was a chance to see Genesis on their final Last Domino tour. And I'm so glad I did. So this is a Genesis song that I'm going to do for you now. Probably my favorite from the later years of Genesis with the more sort of pop sensible radio friendly material. Julie, it's funny you say that. My aunt just texted me. Just hang in there. Need I say I love you? Need I say I care? Need I say that emotions something we don't share? I don't want to be sitting here trying to deceive you when you know, baby, that I don't want to go. Can I live together? Can I live apart? That's the situation, known it from the start. But every time that I look at you, I can see the future. When you know, baby, that I don't want to go. Just throwing it all away, throwing it all away. Is there nothing that I can say to make you change your mind? Watch the world turn round and round. See mine turning upside down. Oh, 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 ooh, oh, 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 oh. Who will light up your darkness? Who will hold your hand? Who will find you the answers when you don't understand? Why should I have to be the one who has to convince you when you know, baby, that I don't want to go? Someday you'll be sorry. Someday when you're free, memories will remind you that our love was meant to be. Late at night when you call my name, the only sound you hear is the sound of your voice calling out for me. Just throwing it all away, throwing it all away. Is there nothing that I can say? Oh, 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 oh. Ooh, 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 ooh. Just throwing it all away, throwing it all away, throwing it all away. Whoa. Is there nothing that I can say to make you change your mind? One of my favorite songs of all time right there. So, my Aunt Julie is watching, and she caught on to something a little sooner than I'd intended, so I might as well just go all in right now if you'll give me just a moment here.
So,
God damn it.
I'm just gonna do it.
Christmas, Christmas time is near. Time for toys and time for cheer. Is it not? It's not? Seriously? It's been doing the higher octave the entire time. And it's not doing it now. This knob is too close to the foot switch.
Take 3. Christmas, Christmas time is near. Time for toys and time for cheer. We've been good, but we can't lie.
So there's literally a preset in this voice live box. I was going through it, and there's literally one that, because obviously they can't say like the actual names of the song or the artist that it's emulating, but there's one in there that's literally just called Alvin's Choir. And it's obvious what that was. And so I knew I had to do that. A bit of a technical disaster getting it to happen there. Because again, I'm not used to this thing. I've had it up and running for about 4 days, and this is the first time I'm performing with it. But you get the point. Okay, now for something, let's do something a little less ridiculous, shall we? Let's see. This is a Steely Dan song for you, an early Steely Dan. Song that group of musicians that my dad and I played with a bunch in my hometown of Amesbury, Massachusetts. Called themselves the Pleasant Valley Social Club in tribute to the Buena Vista Social Club. And they would play, they'd pick some songs to play. The band leader would write some originals, but there was also, they'd pick some songs by artists they liked, but not necessarily the songs. Why is it doubling? I've really got to figure this thing out. Or I need to wear shoes, basically, is what I'm learning. But so they would pick songs, not necessarily the greatest hits by their favorite artists, but a song that spoke to the members of the band. And this is one of those songs. And as anyone who knows me knows, I'm a huge aficionado of the deep cuts. And so this is a Steely Dan deep cut. It's another song about New Orleans, oddly enough, now that I think about it. So that makes 2 tonight, so far. It's called Pearl of the Quarter. On the water down in New Orleans, my baby, she's the pearl of the quarter. She's the finest thing you've ever seen, singing voulez-vous, voulez-vous. The sailors spend their hard-earned pay, red beans and rice for a quarter. You can find her there most any day, singing voulez-vous, voulez-vous. And if you hear from my Louise, won't you tell her I say hello? Please make it clear when her day is done, she's got a place to go. Walked along the Miracle Mile. I met my baby by the shrine of the martyr. She stole my heart with her Cajun smile, singing voulez-vous, voulez-vous. She loved the $1 million words I said. Love the candy and the flowers that I bought her. Said she loved me and was on her way, singing voulez-vous, voulez-vous. And if you hear from my Louise, won't you done. She's got a place to go. Speaking of deep cuts, album tracks, I've been trying to decide if this one would count or not because, unbeknownst to me, this actually was a hit for a very brief moment, and then it seems like everybody forgot about it. This is a Billy Joel song from his album The Bridge that he wrote. He was asked to write for a movie called Ruthless People, and he wrote this song to fit some of the movie's themes. And it was a hit single very briefly, and then, as far as I know, nobody ever heard of it again until he finally, the first time he played it live was in 2019. So, you know, it wasn't a song that you'd hear regularly in his set lists. I just love the craft of this song. The lyrics are a little bit dated, sure. You know, I'll admit that, but it's one of the finest grooves of his entire discography, I think. And this one came to mind because it was on the radio, or the radio is the playlist made by the employees at the Trident bookstore near me. And as someone who's used to just rolling my eyes when I go into a store and hearing what's on the radio, hearing not only classic rock, but obscure classic rock just makes my day whenever that happens. So my thanks to whichever employee at the Trident bookstore added this onto the playlist. This is called Modern Woman. Is breaking today. I am sorry. It's like, I got it. Okay. Take two. See you sitting with a coffee and a paper, a high-top sneakers of Italian design, with a long, cool stare. She aggravates the tension, makes up her face while she makes up her mind. Now you're in trouble. Maybe she's an intellectual. What if she figures out you're not very smart? Or maybe she's the quiet type who's into heavy metal, but you gotta get it settled, cause it's breaking your heart. Don't try to put on it up, you can't do that with a modern woman, cause you're an old-fashioned man. She understands the things you're doing. She's a modern woman. Looks sleek, she seems so professional. She's got a lot of confidence, it's easy to see. It's not my day. Wanna make a move, but you feel so inferior, cause under that exterior is someone who's free. She's got style, she's got her own money, so she's not another honey you can quickly disarm. She's got the eyes to make you realize she won't be hypnotized by your usual doing. She's a modern woman. She doesn't know why. In the morning she leaves you with your coffee and your paper. It's a strange situation for an old-fashioned guy. But times have changed, things are not the same. You overcame such a bad attitude. Rock and roll just used to be for kicks, and nowadays it's politics. But after 1986, what else could we do? You got to learn to relax and face the facts of the modern woman. 'Cause you're an old-fashioned man. The things you're doing. She's a modern woman. You got the casual hip that don't mean zip to a modern woman. Stop making the rent, don't resent the modern woman. Single heartbeat, our systems indicate. Second thoughts are arriving, but they're much too late. Getting my attention with a move designed to paralyze. Till I find myself right between Carolyn's eyes. She walks, she talks, she moves like she walks, she talks. Moves like a snake, snake. I run to Carolyn. Yes, I gotta get to Carolyn. She said, love ain't no sin, Carolyn. Every time I wander search of Mary Doe, she is there with her ESP and let's G.O. Making an illusion till I can't remember where I've been. Till I find myself lying next to Carolyn. She walks, she talks, she moves like. She walks, she talks, she moves like a snake, snake. I run to Carolyn. Yes, I gotta get to Carolyn. She said, love ain't no sin, Carolyn. Ready, steady, go. Ready, steady, go. Tell me what you see. Ready, steady, go! So the amazing thing about what just happened there is that Modern Woman is the one song out of all of these that I'm playing that I did run through just before the show. And the lyrics just totally left me. Amazing how that happens. But that second song there, you might, well, I'd be very surprised if you do know. It's a song, obviously called CAROLYN, by a band that never was, a band known as The Campaign. It was a Berkeley professor of mine, a man by the name of Marty Walsh, who was a legendary session musician. He plays guitar on so many of your favorite records. He's the guitar solo on She Works Hard for the Money by Donna Summer. He played with Seals and Crofts, with Supertramp, Dolly Parton. Just a tremendous, John Fogerty, just a tremendous catalog of amazing artists that he either played on their studio albums or was their touring guitarist. He recorded that demo with a bunch of his fellow session musicians, including the drummer Vinnie Colaiuta, as a matter of fact. And they had this idea for a band going, and they recorded some demos, and then I guess everybody was just too busy and got called for huge gigs with big artists, and so this band never launched. But they still had the demos, and that's a demo that Marty's pretty proud of, and he posted it to YouTube, and he asked me to transcribe it at one point, so that's how I know it. And just the fact that that da 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 groove is the same, and they both start on the same note as the groove of Modern Woman. I was like, I have to put these two songs together. This is why they call me Segway, because I do stuff like that. Let's see. I want to go. I want to do something a little easier to sing after that one. I want to do a very folky folk song for you. And in the tradition of folk songs, I'm going to ask if you're comfortable at home to have you sing along with me. Now, I know it's going to seem silly because, I can't hear you, you can't hear me. Or, well, I mean, you can hear me, otherwise you wouldn't be here. But I think it's a different experience than the community of singing this, in a room full of people. But know that when you're singing along, someone else somewhere far away is also singing along, and there's still that community in music there. This is a song I learned after going to the Boston State's Fiddle Camp a couple of months ago. It was my first time there, and I met just a huge amount of amazing musicians that are just, they come from all over the world. It was focused on Scottish and Celtic music and Cape Breton music, which is Cape Breton is in Canada, but it has a lot of Scottish heritage and influence there, and it's sort of its own unique styles. And I was there to learn how to accompany Celtic and fiddle music on piano and guitar, but I also brought my Irish penny whistles and my bagpipes and, just had a tremendous amount of fun. It was my first time ever going to an actual, overnight camp. And I absolutely loved it. And one of the things that really made it the authentic camp experience was an honest-to-goodness campfire every night with a sing-along, and people would bring guitars and just teach each other songs, and we'd learn the choruses and sing along, and there were lots of emotional songs and beautiful songs, and then there were some that were just plain fun, and this is one of the fun ones. This is from the Canadian contingent, written originally by a man by the name of Zeke Hoskin. He's a Canadian folk singer, and it's a bit of a historical song that dates back to the days of Prohibition in the U.S. and Canada. And the U.S. and Canada did it a little bit differently, because in Canada you could still, so that they didn't lose the industry from the economy, you could still manufacture alcohol and whiskey in particular. But you just couldn't sell it, and you couldn't take it anywhere without paying a huge tax. So you make it, and you make it pretty cheaply, but you'd have to store it in these official government warehouses. And to take it out, you'd have to pay a huge tax on it unless you happen to be exporting it to places where there was no prohibition. Now, of course, the U.S. and Canada had prohibition at the same time, so you couldn't just say, oh, I'm taking it to the U.S. So you had to get a little creative. Now, there was one particular warehouse on the Windsor, Canada side of the Detroit River, just across from Detroit, Michigan. And remember this for a moment later, just upstream from Niagara Falls. Now, what these intrepid Canadian businessmen, code word for bootleggers, would do is they would row down the river in a rowboat. They'd pull up to the warehouse. They'd fill the rowboat with as much whiskey as they possibly could, as many bottles as they could fit into this boat. And the customs man would say, well, you're going to pay the tax on that, right? And they said, well, no, we're exporting it. And the customs man would say, okay, where are you exporting it to? And for whatever reason, a common refrain was Valparaiso in Chile. And so the customs man would say, okay, check it off. They'd row away. They'd row back about a half an hour later and do the same thing all over again. So this is a song for those incredible Canadian rowers who would go from the Detroit River all the way down to Chile and back in a half an hour for their whiskey runs. And what I would love you to do at home is when I sing, pull your oars, you sing it back. So it's pull your oars, pull your oars. We're on our way, we're on our way. Every chorus. Trust me, it's fun. I know it feels silly, but it's fun. I've done this singing along in other people's live streams, and you still feel that sense of camaraderie that you would get at a live show. Just, you're going to have to trust me on this. So this is called Valparaiso in a Rowboat. Well, Windsor is a lovely port we're proud to sing about. There's a warehouse full of whiskey, though the Yankees do without. And when customs asked us where we're bound, we raise our oars and shout, we're bound for Valparaiso in a rowboat. Pull your oars, we're on our way, with 1,000 quarts of whiskey bound for Valparaiso Bay. And we haven't no intention for to see the USA. No, we're bound for Valparaiso in a rowboat. Well, some say for an ocean trip our craft is rather small, but us brave Canadian lads don't fear a little Cape Horn squall. Plus a deep-sea schooner's just too big to shoot Niagara Falls. No, we're bound for Valparaiso in a rowboat. Pull your oars, we're on our way, with 1,000 quarts of whiskey bound for Valparaiso Bay. We haven't no intention for to see the USA. We're bound for Valparaiso in a rowboat. Now, Michigan is very near and Chile is rather far, but we're expert navigators. We can steer by any star. But a cat pissed on the sextant and we don't know where we are. We're bound for Valparaiso in a rowboat. Pull your oars, we're on our way, with 1,000 quarts of whiskey bound for Valparaiso Bay. And we have no intention for to see the USA. We're bound for Valparaiso in a rowboat. We've sailed for Valparaiso 27 times this week, but every time we've made it to the mouth of Muddy Creek, we've had to jettison our cargo 'cause the oarlock sprung a leak. We're bound for Valparaiso in a rowboat. Pull your oars, we're on our way, with 1,000 quarts of whiskey bound for Valparaiso Bay. And we haven't no intention for to see the USA. We're bound for Valparaiso in a rowboat. Now some sing of Vancouver, of St. John and Halifax, but those salty water cities haven't got nothing Windsor lacks. We've a dory load of whiskey and the muscles on our backs. So we're bound for Valparaiso in a rowboat. Pull your oars, we're on our way, with 1,000 quarts of whiskey bound for Valparaiso Bay. And we haven't no intention for to see the USA. We're bound for Valparaiso Bound for Valparaiso, we're bound for Valparaiso in a rowboat. I've been singing that just around the house nonstop. Crutney, I'm so sorry. I don't actually. I know of that song, but I don't actually know how to play it. I'm sorry. But if you want to take a look at the repertoire link down below the video, it has a list of all the songs I do know, and anything that you pick from there, I would be absolutely honored to play for you. See, I've been singing that song nonstop since I got back from fiddle camp, and I guarantee you at some point over the next 3, 4, 5 days, you're going to be just doing something around the house and Valparaiso in a rowboat. I guarantee you it's going to happen. See, I want to do a song. Given how tonight has been going, this is maybe not. You would think I would bail on this idea, but no, I'm going to charge ahead anyway. I'm going to do a song that I just learned. My aunt's got a great idea for another one I'll do in just a bit. I actually did the song you requested around the campfire at the fiddle camp, so it's perfect. But I want to do a song that I just learned just a few days ago. I do sheet music for a living. I actually, since the last time I did one of these, I actually quit my full-time day job and went freelance again for just various reasons. The job I had changed a lot, and I was, doing things that I wasn't as well suited for. So I've been going back to my roots of transcription and arrangement and sheet music. And so it's always interesting what songs I'll get asked to write the sheet music for or to make an arrangement for. And, sometimes it's not great. It's someone sends me their 3-year-old banging their fist on a piano and saying, "This is my son's masterpiece. We want sheet music to commemorate it." And I'm like, okay, all right. But then I can ask to get, sometimes it's people's original songs. And I'm like, holy moly, this is incredible. I can't wait for this to be out in the world and people can hear it. And sometimes I get existing songs, and sometimes those existing songs are of very questionable quality, but sometimes they're also really, really good. And this is one of those really good ones. This one came across my desk about a week ago, and as soon as I heard it, there was something about it just like, wow, this song, there's just something about it that I just can't get enough of, and it's a song by a band called Tired Pony, which was a supergroup side project started by Gary Lightbody, who's the lead singer of the Northern Irish Scottish sort of indie rock band Snow Patrol. And this was a side project. He wanted to sort of do a country rock-ish record, and it came out a little more sort of folk Americana than country, but still with a rock tinge to it. And it's a really, they released 2 albums. This is on the first album. I really recommend checking this group out because, like I said, it's a super group. So there's a guy from Bell and Sebastian. Everyone there, it's kind of their side project from another, bigger name band that you've probably heard of. But the band Tired Pony is this group, and this is a song called Dead American Writers. To every time that you rock the boat, here's to every word that you ever wrote. There were clues, but it was never clear. You got to choose your own way out of here. If I could say anything, be anyone, do anything, see anything, say anything, be anyone, do anything, yeah. It would be this, it would be this. I've been waiting for the spark myself, but I've been scrambling through the dark for help. I have read your words 1,000 times, all inspired by smashed up love and crime. If I could say anything, be anyone, do anything, see anything, say anything, be anyone, do anything, yeah. It would be this, it would be this. I've been choking on the bones and fear. You are the smoking gun, the throne, the years. A broken heart won't get you far enough. I'll beat up waiting through the tar and rough. I could say anything, be anyone, see anything, do anything, say anything, be anyone, do anything, yeah. It would be this, it would be this. I don't belong here. Like a man's on the outside looking in, wondering who's in his old armchair. It's a feeling you never belong to me. First you're on the up and up, only look down and see. Only look down and see. Confide in me, you need a reason. A lock or key can hide the truth you're keeping. I don't belong here. Man's on the outside looking in, wondering who's in his old armchair. This feeling never belonged to me. First you're on the up and up, only look down and see. Only look down and see. Confide in me, you need a reason. A lock or key can hide the truth you're keeping from me. It's a feeling. Oh, yeah, Another segue for you. That second song was It's a Feelin' by Toto, one of my favorite Toto songs. Again, another case of it being the obscure, deep-cut album track that you won't find on any greatest hits compilation. You'll be lucky if you find it on a live album. In fact, that one you can find on a live album. The 35th Anniversary Live in Poland Toto album, which is one of the best live albums ever made. Just going to say that much. So got a request for an Irish folk song sing-along that you may know. This is a song, well, I'll let it speak for itself. As I came home on a Monday night, as drunk could be, I saw a horse outside the door where my own horse should be. So I called me wife and I says to her, would you kindly tell to me who owns that horse outside the door where my own horse should be? Ah, you're drunk, you silly old fool, until you cannot see. That's a lovely sow that me mother sent to me. Well, many's the day I've traveled 100 miles or more, but a sow with a saddle on I never saw before. And as I came home on a Tuesday night, as drunk could be, I saw a coat behind the door where my old coat should be. Well, I called me wife and I says to her, would you kindly tell to me who owns that coat behind the door where my own coat should be? Ah, you're drunk, you silly old fool, until you cannot see. That's a lovely blanket that me mother sent to me. Well, many's the day I've traveled 100 miles or more, but buttons on a blanket sure I never saw before. And as I came home on a Wednesday night, as drunk could be, I saw a pipe upon the chair where my own pipe should be. So I called me wife and I says to her, will you kindly tell to me who owns that pipe upon the chair where my own pipe should be? Ah, you're drunk, you silly old fool, until you cannot see. Oh, that's a lovely tin whistle that me mother sent to me. Well, many's the day I've traveled 100 miles or more, but tobacco in a tin whistle sure I never saw before. And as I came home on a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday night, as drunk could be, I saw two boots beneath the bed where my two boots should be. So I called me wife and I says to her, would you kindly tell to me who owns those boots beneath the bed where my two boots should be. Ah, you're drunk, you silly old fool, until you cannot see. Those are lovely geranium pots me mother sent to me. Well, many's the day I've traveled 100 miles or more, but laces on a geranium pot I never saw before. And as I came home on a Friday night, as drunk could be, I saw a head upon the bed where my own head should be. So I called me wife and I says to her, will you kindly tell to me who owns that head upon the bed where my own head should be? Ah, you're drunk, you silly old fool, until you cannot see. Oh, that's a baby boy that me mother sent to me. Well, many's the day I've traveled 100 miles or more, but a baby boy with whiskers on I never saw before. Yes, a baby boy with whiskers on I never saw before. The funny thing is that's a song called 7 Drunken Nights, and you'll notice there were only 5 verses. Because I don't know how it could escalate from there while still being something you could sing in pleasant company. I've heard some versions that have a 6th and a 7th verse. But like I said, not really fit for a polite gathering like this. Anyway, I've got just a few songs left. Unless I get some more requests, so there's still time. If you're out there, there's songs you want to hear. There have been some fun requests already this evening, and I'd be delighted to play some more if there are any. If not, I'll just wind down with a few more of my personal favorites. Let's see. I'm gonna do a Paul McCartney song for you right now. This is a song from his fantastic 2017 album Egypt Station, which, if you haven't heard it yet, you really should. It's masterful. He plays a ton of the instruments on it himself. Some great songwriting collaborations and a huge variety of styles. And this is one he said he kind of wanted to go back to some of the more multi-part epic pieces of music that he'd written in earlier days. It's a song about leaders not taking danger seriously. It was written about a certain person who happened to be the President of the United States in 2017 when this came out, and this particular person's approach to many things, but to the climate crisis in particular. And in that sense, it could be applied to many leaders and many situations as we now go into our 3rd year of a deadly pandemic, and we're pretending that everything's fine now instead of taking precautions, even easier, simpler precautions without even going full lockdown. We could be taking this a little more seriously. To that end, please, everyone out there, be safe, be careful, especially when traveling for the holidays. This thing is not over, and it has long-term damage. It scares the hell out of me. I don't know about you, but this is a song, like I said, about those in charge thinking they know better and that emergencies don't really need to be addressed if they don't suit their political agenda, which again I think is something we can all relate to in one way or another. It's a song called Despite Repeated Warnings. Despite repeated warnings of dangers up ahead, the captain wasn't listening to what was said. He says that there's a good chance that we may have been misled. And so the captain's planning to steam ahead. What can we do? What can we do? What can we do to stop this foolish plan going through? What can we do? What can we do? Yeah, yeah. This man is bound to lose his ship and his crew. Oh, 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 oh. Despite repeated warnings from those who ought to know, he's got his own agenda, and so he'll go. Those who shout the loudest may not always be the smartest, but they have their proudest moments right before they fall. Red sky in the morning never seems to faze him, but a sailor's warning signal should concern us all. Oh, oh, oh. Lock him up. If we can do it, we can save the day. The engineer lives with his wife and daughter Janet. Oh, he misses them so. And though he's working with the best crew on the planet, they never want him to go. He had a premonition. He senses something's wrong, and by his own admission, he knew it all along. The captain's crazy, but he doesn't let them know it. He'll take us with him if we don't do something soon to slow it. How can we stop him? Grab the keys and lock him up. If we can do it, we can save the day. Below decks, the engineer cries. The captain's gonna leave us when the temperatures rise. The needle's going up, the engine's gonna blow, and we're gonna be left down below. Down below. Yes, we can do it. Yeah, we can do it now. Yes, we can do it. Yeah, we can do it now. Yes, we can do it. Yes, we can do it. Yeah, we can do it now. Yes, we can do it. Whoa, whoa. If life could work out the way you plan it, that would be so fine for the wife and Janet. Sometimes you might have to battle through it, but that's the only way you'll learn how to do it. Yes, we can do it. Whoa, whoa. Yes, we can do it. Whoa, whoa. Yes, we can do it. Whoa, whoa. Yes, we can do it. Whoa, 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 whoa. Despite repeated warnings of dangers up ahead, the captain won't be listening to what was said. So we gathered the captain and we told him to turn round, but he laughed in our faces, says that we were mistaken. So we gathered around him. Now the ropes that have bound him say that he should have listened to the will of the people. It's the will of the people. It's the will of the people. I want to do... damn wheel is too close to the foot switch. I want to do... I want to do another Peter Gabriel song. I did one earlier tonight. Because it's not often I am going to have the opportunity to potentially, and this is all subject to change and things that I don't know, but potentially give you a sneak preview of Peter Gabriel's upcoming album. Now, to explain that, his last album of new original material came out in 2002. It was called Up. And he was working on a follow-up album almost immediately. Follow-up. Unintentional pun. So it was supposed to come out in, maybe 2004, and as is typical with Peter Gabriel, it got delayed, but then there was a fire in the studio and they lost a bunch of the stuff that they were recording. The album was going to be called In-Out, like an in-out matrix in a sound system. I/O. I'm assuming he calls it In-Out instead of I/O. I don't really know. But that was the last we had heard of it. And all of us Gabriel fans just totally assumed, oh, that album is never happening, because of the studio fire or whatever, that's done. And it was until a few weeks ago, out of nowhere, those of us who received Peter Gabriel's newsletter got an email saying, hey, tour to support the upcoming I/O album, or the upcoming In-Out album in Europe in 2023, more details to follow. And it's like, whoa, wait a minute. So, I don't know what is going to be on that album, but I know there is a song that was going to be on it because he was playing it on his tour in 2004 and said it was something they were working on for the upcoming album. And as someone who collects on those tours, Gabriel would record every show and they would sell the shows on his website. And as someone who's collected a few of those, I have a couple where there's a performance of this song on it. And I've always thought it was really cool and that it was a shame it didn't make it onto an album. So I'm just really hoping it's still in the cards. And it might sound a little different because obviously this was 18 years ago and that was the last anybody heard it. But if when the In-Out album comes out, this song is on there, you can say that I tipped you off to it ahead of time. This is a song Gabriel the things that fascinate him are always... He's a very philosophical man, and he will wax poetic on any number of things. This song, he said, was inspired. He got to thinking about evolution when he looked at that classic drawing, you know, the one that always shows evolution of, you know, the monkey to the upright human. And, you know, there's a crouched down monkey and then the upright monkey and then a little bit less hair, and then eventually it's a, you know, a normal, you know, modern Homo sapiens. And he said it occurred to him one day that the further forward we get in evolution, the younger the person looks, and the closer they look to what primates, Homo sapiens, look like as a baby, mainly, you know, less hair and everything. So theoretically, if the evolution were to continue in that path, then full-grown humans will someday, far into the future, look like babies, look like babies do now. Take that for what you will, but this is the song that came out of it. It's called Baby Man. Like I said, I don't know what it's going to sound like if it is on the album, but if it's anything like this, it's going to be cool.
Woman and man into girl and boy.
So much heart, all he undertakes. Baby sighs and baby shakes. Almighty penny, oh, and I dream of my body being formed. Almighty penny, oh, this sort of life there has never been. Gonna change my genes for nicotine, that's right. Woman and man into girl and boy, never gonna lose an ounce of joy, that's right. Oh, that's right. Pressure drops, the envelope's torn, and I'm still outside, waiting to be born. Love, play, shelter, place to feed. It's so simple, the things I need. There's no need to be alarmed, 'cause there's no one going to be harmed. We dream of our bodies being formed. Almighty penny, oh, almighty penny, baby man, bring on baby man, bring on baby man, baby man. Almighty penny, oh. There you go. You can say you heard it here first. I want to do one last song for you tonight. A song by a guy by the name of Peter Cincotti. Incredible piano player, singer, songwriter, multi-talented, multi-genre virtuoso. This is a song that was a bonus track on some editions of his album East of Angeltown, and I think it's such a shame that not everybody got to hear this track. The entire album is brilliant, and every song has its own magic to it, and this is on most editions of the album that this song appears on, it's the final track. There are some versions that have one extra song, but it's a song called it's a song about growing up, disillusionment, and the looking back at who we were and also who we're going to be. It's a song called Come Tomorrow. And this will be my final song for the night. Thank you so much to everyone who's tuned in at any point tonight or is watching the on-demand archive of this video over the next 7 days. And thank you so much. My name's Seth Campbell, or Segway Plays, depending on where you know me from. I'm going to be doing these so much more often than I have been, I promise, because I've had a lot of fun. I hope you have. Maybe we'll do it at a more convenient time for everybody next time. I'm not really sure what I was thinking, but thank you so much for taking any portion of your day, evening, night, morning, afternoon, whatever it has been, to spend some time with me and listen to some music. Because this is what I do, and it's what I love to do, and so it means the world to me that people want to hear me do it. So this is my final song of the night. It's called Come Tomorrow. trees on Golden Avenue, green as Irish morning. We were wearing caps and gowns. Mother took a photograph. I was the only one not smiling. It was too big for this town. I can't believe that I was only 17. A Catholic punk who couldn't wait to scream. Come tomorrow, I'll be leaving this worn out, worn down place. I'll be drinking sunlight, dancing on the moon. Find me a girl that suits my ways, spending all my nights and days just singing drunken love songs out of tune. I'll be rolling like a paradise. Come tomorrow. Trees on Golden Avenue, bitter red this morning as I shuffle through the crowd. Another dose of daily news, another cup of coffee, same old runaround. And I turn each corner hoping that I'll see miracle just waiting there for me. Come tomorrow, I'll be leaving this worn out, worn down place. I'll be drinking sunlight, dancing on the moon. Find me a girl that suits my ways, spending all my nights and days just singing drunken love songs out of tune. Rolling like a paradise. Yeah, come tomorrow. Going nowhere, like leaves are blowing past my window, caught up in a wind they can't control. That's my story. To be kind to Peter Pan, never tried for Neverland. So I think it's time I find my wings and go. Well, come tomorrow, I'll be leaving this worn out, worn down place. I'll be drinking sunlight, dancing on the moon. I'll find me a girl that suits my ways, spending all my nights and days singing drunken love songs out of tune. Gonna make it up to paradise. Yeah, come tomorrow. Come tomorrow. Thank you to whoever in the chat. Marvin91 says happy birthday. It's not actually my birthday. Oh, crud. Do I still have... Oh, I know what it is. I still have this set to say, like, birthday piano bar special, don't I? I forgot to change the title of the stream. Oh, oops. My bad. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to mislead anybody. That was the last time I streamed, and it was over 6 months ago. I knew I was forgetting something. I have, like, you know, the little sort of mental checklist before I go live, and I realized I forgot to change that. My mistake. I'm sorry. But thank you. I appreciate the sentiment. Yeah, that's totally on me. I completely forgot to do that. But anyway, thank you all so much for listening. This has been a wonderful night. Like I said, the archive of this will be up for 7 days if you want to catch any parts you missed or hear any songs again or whatever. But we'll be doing this again soon, I promise. Probably not before Christmas just because I'm traveling a little bit. But After that, in the new year, this is going to become a much, much more regular occurrence. And the song list will be completely different every time, so it's always a wild ride, always a ton of fun. In the meantime, take care of yourselves. Have a wonderful and safe holiday season. Be careful. COVID is not over. Be smart, be safe, be careful, especially when traveling around loved ones. And just have a wonderful and safe season, and I'll see you again soon. My name's Seth Campbell. Thank you so much for listening. Have a great night.